Welcome to Math 20, Columbia Gorge Community College, the Dalles, Oregon. Mr. Hughitt, instructor. Obviously, this is not Mr. Hughitt. This is actually Mrs. Hughitt. And I teach in the CAS department, which is the Computer Applications Department. And I'm going to walk you through some information about Moodle and about your tests, because students have trouble getting tests submitted correctly. In Moodle, you'll notice there are things up and down the side. You can expand them, you can collapse them, and you can send them over to the side and get rid of them. You also need to read the beginning and all the middle here to get started, and then we're going to move into week 1. You've got some introduction here, so you're going to work through all of that. And finally, you're going to come to the part where you need to do your test. You've done all your homework checks because they're very important. And now you're down to this first chapter test. And this is where students get into issues. They're not quite sure how to approach the technology part of it. Not helping you with the math part. There's a reason I teach technology classes. So, you need to get that test. There are a couple of ways to get it. If you're using Google Chrome, it's real simple. You click on it and it moves itself down here. If you're using Safari, like on a Mac, or you're using Firefox or Internet Explorer, and I believe with Windows 10 there's a new version of the browser that they're putting out, but I'm not sure what it's called, but it's the replacement of Internet Explorer. I suggest you simply right-click on the test and go Save Link As or Save Target As. It can call it either way. When you do that, it brings up a box that lets you choose what you're going to do. For students that are using their own machines, putting it on the desktop works. However, if you happen to be using a college machine or your neighbors or your friends or somebody, then I suggest you have a flash drive pulled in and put it down here. Open your flash drive and put it in. Now, obviously, it's best if you create some folders to store things in. So at this point, if I right-click, it gives me New Folder, and I can say Math 20. Just click here to get out of that. Then I can double click and open it. I can right click again and I could say Chapter 1. Just click there to get out of it. Click it open and hit save. Now I have saved that form. Now, as I said, Google will just put it right down here, and if you're using Google and you don't want to go through that whole step, you just grab it, pull it, and throw it on your desktop. Then you can slide it into the folders you've made. Now that's all well and good. If you have Microsoft Office on your machine, Microsoft Office has this W. You can go to your Start menu, you can go to All Programs, and you can go down here and it'll say Microsoft Office, and it'll give you a year, 2003, 2007, 2010, 2013. On a Mac, it'll be 2011. It can also say 365, which is actually what mine is, but it will come up looking like a 2013. So there you go. If you have that, you're going to open that. You're going to open Word. Life is going to be easy. You're going to get that open, and you're going to go Open, and you're going to go over on your desktop. I need to go to Computer. I need to go to Desktop. I have that file out there that says Math 20. Chapter 1, click it, open it, do it. Enable editing often comes up here because you've downloaded it off the internet and it doesn't know if it's safe or not, so you just enable editing. If you have other boxes open here, you can turn those off, and you can go through and find your answers and mark them. Highlighter works great. By the way, do not use these answers. All I'm doing is sort of like taking A, and it's not always going to be your answer. So that's basically all you need to do to complete the test if you have Microsoft Word. Obviously, then you need to do a save. And now I have completed this test. I can go to my test upload, edit submission, and if I already have one here, like I did it once and then I realized I turned in the wrong test, only had part of the test, something like that, I can move folders around. If you don't lock them on your desktop, it makes it easier. So let's say I have this one here and I don't want it. I just want to click on that, and you want to delete that. Okay? And then that'll let you open your folder, let you go to your new test, and it'll let you grab it, upload it, drop it, and when it gets there, I can then save changes, and life is good. Unfortunately, not everybody has Microsoft Office, so then they're trying to do weird and strange things. So let's look at a second option. Let me get back to Math 20. Let me open this. Now I'm logged into my Google, and that means I'm logged into my Gmail. You all have Gmail accounts. Those are your student accounts at CGCC. They are all Gmail accounts. So you all have this. Over here with these bars, if you go to Derive, this takes some steps. You may have to watch this video more than once, but it's sure better than getting an email from Mr. Hughitt saying, I can't grade your test, try again. And you want to go to My Drive. You want to upload a file. You want to find that chapter test. Now, obviously, a lot of times it's going to be like this, and you're going to have to go to the folder, and you're going to have to open the thing, and you're going to find that test, and you're going to say, open it. It's going to sit down here and upload it. It's going to say locate it. It's also right here. You can locate the test. It'll bring it up, but not in the form that allows you to edit it. I guess it's thinking today. This is not editable. This is sort of a preview form, and it already has our answers because we've started it. So you're going to want to open it with Google Docs. So it takes that two-stepper there to get it opened in a form you can edit and make changes on. Now, if you've already got, once you've got it already into Google Docs, if you do part of the test and then you need to go away and come back to it, it will have saved your answers and you can continue. So now I've got it in here where I can continue. The only problem is I really don't have a good way to bold. At least I haven't found it. So what I would say, or to highlight, so what I would say is you probably want to like maybe bold it, and you can change the color of the font so that Mr. Hughitt knows what answer you're trying to show him as being the correct answer. So I've shown him that one's the correct answer. I'm going to show him again just so you can see it. I highlight it. Now if you're a keystroke person, a Control B will bold it and then change the color. Don't change it to something that's hard for him to see. Look at this color palette and pick something that's bright. If you get some of these washed out colors, it may make it difficult, especially like washed out yellow, for him to see. Use a bright green or a bright red or a bright blue, or go for this shocking pink or something. Make sure you get a color that's a real easy to see color. That's why I picked red. So I've now done it. It says all changes saved in Drive, so it's been automatically saving. I don't have to do anything special to make it save. But now it's stuck up in the cloud, up on Google Drive, and how in the heck do I get it to Moodle? You go over to File, and, whoops, come here, mouse. And you want to download it as, and then it gives you some choices. The best choice is Word, Microsoft Word DOCX. Another form that he can open is a PDF. So if you have a form that will do a PDF, you can do that. So if you're using a different program and it gives you a PDF option, Mr. Hughitt can open PDFs. One of the things he cannot open is he cannot open the ODT files. They do not work right on the particular type of software he has. And if you start using RFTs and TXTs and HTMLs and all of those, you're going to just get yourself into trouble and end up redoing the whole thing. So it's either going to be a DOCX, which is a Word file that we just talked about, created by the program Microsoft Word, or a PDF document created by a PDF writer, which will be opened in Adobe Acrobat Reader. So we're going to go with Microsoft Word. That's our best choice. Notice it's going to download it again. Now this could be the tricky part. If you don't know where it downloads to on your machine and you're using a strange thing, I would encourage you to make sure that you use Google Chrome if you don't know where your machines are downloading, because then it's hard to track them down and figure them out. Now let's see if it went right back to where it came up from, and we'll know as soon as I scroll down. See, it did not. So I would have to go track that thing back down. Because I use Google Chrome, I'm able to pull it off, and there we go. Now you need to be careful that the one you upload is the one with all your answers, and you can see that this has my answers. So then I would want to go to Moodle. You can use multiple tabs along the top like I am, so I can just switch over to Moodle. I'm going to want to make it a little bigger because it gets kind of crunchy in the middle there. Set it to the side, scroll down to my upload in week 1, click on it. Oops, that's not upload, that's the download. My bad. And edit submission. Delete anything that's already there, or otherwise if there's nothing there, it will look like this when you come in. It'll already be empty. I make sure I grab the right one and I upload it and I save it. And there we go. So please make sure that anything you submit to Mr. Hughitt is either in a docx file, which is created by Microsoft Word or can be created through using Google Docs, or it's in a PDF format. Now, if you are a Mac user and you're using Pages, if you do not get that to a PDF format, you are not going to be able to get credit. I believe it says it as an ODT file. If you happen to have Word Perfect, it's another brand, and WV, I don't remember what it saves as. I have Word Perfect available on my machine, which means that we would be able to get it corrected by using my machine. Not the most convenient, but it is a possible way to do it if you happen to be running the Word Perfect program. If you are running OpenOffice, we are not able to open it in the format it comes in. It must be saved in a different format. So let me show you how to save in a different format. You have this open, you have it open in OpenOffice, you think everything is good, you're going along, and you just hit save. Well, the chances of Mr. Hughitt being able to open that are not very good, to be honest. We've not had good success with that. So you need to figure out how their file save as is. It's different in every program. You go to do that save as. Open it down here. Usually this gives you some format choices. It does. I don't have OpenOffice on my machine, but it does give it in OpenOffice. I've worked with it on other machines. You want to either save it as a Word document or a Word 97 to 03 document or a PDF. Those are really your only choices. If you use OpenOffice and you save it just as it normally saves, it will be one of those moments when you get the email that says, sorry, I can't open your test to grade it. Redo correctly using Microsoft Office. And Microsoft Office is the required program, but I've shown you a couple of workarounds, so you can use Google Docs, which you all have available to you through your college email. You can use another program as long as you can change file format to either a Word 97 to 2003 or a PDF. Hope this helps you be successful at getting your test turned in correctly.